Good morning. Thank you for joining me for another status hearing. Just paying attention to your body, feeling into relationships between your muscles and joints, and hopefully using that to give you a little bit more understanding of how you relate to the outside world. Let's start on our backs today. Go ahead and reach for opposite elbows and just start with some mindful breathing. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, pulling the belly toward the floor. Inhale into the belly. Allow the belly to fill. Exhale, pull the belly toward the floor. Excuse me. So inhale, fill, exhale. Let's bring the arms above the head. Reach the right arm on top of the left elbow. Continue to breathe. As you inhale, fill the belly. As you exhale, pull the navel toward the floor. With the arms above the head like this, you can ground your shoulder blades and sink your chest toward the floor a little more easily. Inhale, fill. Exhale, sink the chest. Pull the navel toward the floor. Tune into your shoulders. It's very likely that your shoulders are hunched up around your ears. Pull the shoulders down using the shoulder blades. So as you exhale, pull the shoulders down, flatten out the chest. And one thing that will help you to pull the shoulders down and to be a little more aware of that is to pull on your opposite elbows. If you pull on opposite elbows, slide the shoulders down the back, shoulder blades, you're going to feel more of your back touching the floor. So do a couple more of those. Inhaling, filling through the core, exhaling, dropping the shoulders and chest, belly, breathing all the air out, and feeling into that pelvic floor. Let's do one more like that. And actively slide your shoulder blades down your back. You should be feeling a stretch in the underarm. And if you don't, again, pull on opposite elbows and drop your chest toward the floor. Let's just drop the knee side to side, just very gently here. Slowly and deliberately. Go ahead and turn, or next time you get to the right, next time your knees drop to the right, you can sit right there. And my feet are flexed. As I exhale, I'm going to tuck under with my lower back and feel how that lengthens through the left side of the body. Inhale, fill, relax. Exhale, tuck the pelvis under the hip. The butt cheek is reaching for the back of the knee, feeling a long stretch in my lower back and feeling a stretch even in my rib cage. I'm going to pull that shoulder away from the ear. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull everything down toward the back of the knee. One more time in. Exhale, stretch, and switch sides. So we're just changing the position here, working through the opposite side. Feet are flexed. Inhaling, exhaling, tucking the right butt cheek toward the back of the knee. And as I do that, you can almost feel yourself stretching through your lower back at the same time. And if you follow that line up your back, you can feel yourself pulling on the side of your back, pulling on the shoulder, everything coming down toward the back of the right knee. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, stretch and pull the right side down toward the back of the knee. Inhale, fill. Exhale, effort. One last time. Inhale, exhale, effort. Again, if you want to deepen that, pull your elbows away from each other. Actively tuck your butt cheek down, and you might even push your right foot into the floor. And inhale and come back to center. We're going to bring the arms above the shoulders. And again, I'm going to reach my right arm, place my right arm on top, left arm on bottom. Take a nice deep breath and just allow the arms to fall over to the left. So my left elbow is resting on the floor. That right shoulder wants to pull away from the floor. So I'm going to back off, pulling left. I'm going to come back to my right shoulder, tuck the shoulder blade under, see if I can really ground that right shoulder, and then pull my arm across. So a couple things here. You can press with your feet, pressing your head to the opposite wall. That will help you slide the shoulder blades down the back. You can slide your shoulder blades down your back by simply widening through your back. Keep that right shoulder pinned to the floor and just feel that nice stretch through the back of the right shoulder. Now slide the shoulder blades away from the ears again. Gently rotate the right ear toward the floor. And you can add a little effort here. Inhale, relax everything. Exhale, pull the navel toward the spine, gentle pull with the left arm on the right shoulder, and press the ear and the cheek toward the floor. When we twist our neck like this, the tendency is going to be to relax through this left side. We want to make sure we're pulling the left side down as well. And that's because we want to pin that shoulder down. If we twist over to the right and we let the shoulder come with us, then we haven't really secured the rubber band in one spot so that we can actually stretch. So both shoulders are now anchored to the floor. I'm rotating my head to the right, really making sure that my left shoulder stays on the floor. Think about widening through your collarbones. That'll help you stretch the right shoulder and the left trapezius and side of the neck. Inhale back to center. We'll switch now so that the left arm is on the top. Nice deep breath again as we exhale. Slide shoulder blades down the back and then slide the right elbow to the floor. And I'm going to flip around because while this is definitely useful to see this angle, I think it's more important that we focus on the shoulder that we're stretching, which is the left shoulder. If I pull it off the ground, I'm not really going to be able to stretch the shoulder itself. So I'm going to pin the back of it toward the floor and then gently pull on it. So I'm resisting. My back is holding the base of my shoulder in place as I pull my arm in the opposite direction. Now slide both shoulders down the back, widen the collarbone so now that you feel both shoulders pressing into the floor, then rotate your head over to the left. As I exhale, widening the collarbones, pinning the shoulders, stretching through the left shoulder and stretching through the right side of the neck and the right trapezius muscle. Inhale, fill. Exhale, press with your feet, widen your collarbones. That may help you to stretch into the left shoulder and the right trapezius. One more time. In. Exhale. And inhale back to center. We'll release the arms. We're going to come into one more neck stretch. And I'm just going to have you, since I'm on this side, I'm going to go back to my rotating to the left. And I'm going to press my hand just very gently on my temple. Now again, bring the shoulders to the floor, press with your feet so you can slide your shoulder blades down your back, and then press your head against your hand. So I'm trying to rotate my head right, but my right hand is holding it and not allowing that to happen. As I exhale, push. As I inhale, just relax. Exhale, gentle push as I tuck the belly. Inhale, just relax. One last time. Exhale, gentle push. Inhale. We'll switch sides. So left hand resting on the left temple. Shoulder blades sliding down the back. Use your feet to get yourself grounded. Inhale. As you exhale, pull the navel to the spine, flatten out the back, and gently press the head into the hand as if you're trying to rotate your head left, but your hand's not allowing it. And then as you inhale, just relax everything. Exhale, flatten the back, pull the navel to the spine, rotate the head to the left. Inhale, relax. Exhale. Make sure those shoulders are pulled away from your ears, or this could potentially do more harm than good. Keep sliding those shoulders away from your ears. Last time, exhale, inhale, and relax. And now, just walk your hands away from your shoulders as far as you can. Walk your hands away from your shoulders as far as you can. Widen through your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath. As you exhale, pull your shoulders away from the midline of the body and flatten your chest and your belly. What we're doing here is just really focusing on pulling open through the collarbones, widen through the collarbones. So we'll inhale, relax, exhale, flatten the back, widen. As if you're trying to, squaring off your shoulders, making them as wide as you can. That's going to help you stretch through that collarbone, stretch through the décolleté. 2 more breaths like that. Exhale, widen the shoulders, square them off, and pull your shoulder or your collarbones as wide as you can. One last time in, exhale, widen, inhale, relax. We're going to come into a variation here on Baddha Konasana. I'm bringing the soles of my feet together and just going to hold on to my ankles. And from here, I'm going to push the soles of my feet away from my body. Bring the soles together. Push the soles away. Bring the soles together. We need to make sure that we're flexing at the ankles. So let's change this. Bring your feet a little closer or a little more toward the ceiling. And now flex your feet so the flat part of the sole of your foot is facing the ceiling. And now turn the sole of your foot toward the sole of your other foot. So now they're turning toward each other. Now they're opening toward the ceiling. Turn toward each other. Open toward the ceiling. Turn toward each other. Pull your pinky toes together. The idea here is we're trying to stretch the outsides of the feet and the outsides of the ankles It's really key, though, that the ankles stay flexed for this. This motion in the feet is called eversion. And if you have tight outer thighs, you may tend to involuntarily evert your feet or stand on the outside edges of your feet. So we're stretching through the outside edges of the feet, relaxing. Stretching through the outside edges of the feet, relaxing. One more time, keep the ankles flexed, stretch the outsides of the feet, and relax. Now, the opposite is kind of tricky here. It doesn't really matter whether you hold on to your legs or not, but it does matter that you keep the ankles flexed. And what I'm going to do is rotate my pinky toes back toward back toward the opposite wall. Maybe this isn't making much sense here. I'm rotating my pinky toes toward my knees and pressing my big toes away from my knees. This is inversion. Now, this is a really small movement, so it might be a little bit difficult, and I maybe need to think through how to explain this a little bit better. Keep the feet flexed and just pull the pinky toes up, press the big toes down. Ideally, you're feeling this in the inside of the ankle. Exhale, roll the pinky toes up. Inhale, relax. Exhale, roll the pinky toes up. So I'm pulling the outsides of my feet toward my knees. And if it feels weird, and if it feels like, oh my gosh, what is she talking about? I can hardly move in that area. Then you're probably doing it right. One more time. Exhale and inhale and relax. We'll roll over onto the belly. If you feel the insides or the outsides of your ankle, you were doing that exercise correctly. Fortunately or unfortunately, most of us have very immobile ankles. Just who thinks about that, right? So now, cross your arms, and you can rest your forehead on your wrists just to support your back and neck. We're going to squeeze the inner thighs together. As we exhale, pull the navel away from the floor. So squeezing the thighs together, exhale, pull the navel away from the floor. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull the navel away from the floor. The purpose here is just to continue with that diaphragmatic breathing, but engage through the core and diaphragmatically breathe while we're lying face down. We're going to add on here, actively flexing the feet. Keep flexing the feet here. Squeeze the knees and ankles together. We're going to do the same thing. As we inhale, we relax. As we exhale, press the groin and the fronts of the thighs toward the floor. Inhale, relax. Exhale, press the groin and the fronts of the thighs. Keep the feet flexed. Keep the ankles pressed together. So exhale, press. Inhale, release. Exhale, press. Inhale, release. Exhale, press. Inhale, release. Now exhale, press and hold. Squeeze knees, ankles, insides of the feet together. Keep holding it. Inhale and exhale. Now you might be feeling lactic acid buildup. It's getting a little annoying. And the point here is to breathe into it, not to endure as much pain as possible, but to feel yourself getting a little excited, a little antsy. Okay, it's time to stop. It's time to stop. And try to relax. I know it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable. but you'll get through this. Find the silent space inside. Exhale, and on your next inhalation, relax. So I want to emphasize that when we do that, it's not to go for the burn or to hurt yourself or make yourself feel pain. It's to notice your discomfort and to abide in that discomfort. Life presents us with a lot of discomfort, and this is a safe place to explore that. And if it gets to be too much, stop. Just stop. But we just do it every once in a while, and you'll find you become more accustomed to it. And you also get to know that little antsy, panicky feeling. If we don't get to know it, really, again, abide in it, abide with it. We never teach ourselves how to manage it. So that's our purpose there. Let's lie on the back here. And before we go into final Shavasana, I want to do one more exercise for the hands. Just open up your hands as wide as you possibly can. Lengthen your thumb, index fingers, both middle fingers, ring fingers, pinky fingers. Push out through the palm of your hand and flex your wrists like you're pushing a wall away. And then as you exhale, press your wrists toward the floor. Keep your hands splayed, your fingers as wide as possible. We're going to pull the hands back and drop toward the floor. Pull the hands back, drop toward the floor. One more time. Pull the hands back and drop. Now make a fist. Pull the fist back and drop. And back and drop. One more time. Back and drop. Now hold this. Keep your shoulders on the floor. And if this is getting a little bit annoying, notice where it's getting annoying. Are you clenching your teeth? Are you pushing out your belly? You don't have to change any of that, but notice what it is. The more you're aware of it, the more you notice it, the more information you have. And on your next inhalation, just relax. And we'll finish out in final Shavasana. Remaining silent and still. Each time we felt that annoying, that's a lactic acid buildup. That's what that little painful feeling is. It's a buildup of waste, and if the muscle is contracted, then the blood isn't getting in there to wash it away. When we relax the muscle and everything feels great again, well, that's the blood getting in there, washing it away, and wow, I'm ready to go again, right? So notice that happening all over your body. Remain still and silent. In this awareness that your body is healing itself. And the less you do, the better that process proceeds. sometimes we mistake effort for strength. We can be so arrogant as to think, of course I have to participate. How can it possibly be that if I step back from a situation, I'll make it better? There is something greater than your mind. Surprise. Your body functions systematically all by itself. Overriding body sensations, pushing yourself to exhaustion, committing yourself to swim across an ocean, and doing it just to be stubborn, perhaps has some merit. I don't mean to take away from anybody's accomplishments or anybody's goals. No one can know what's in someone's mind at any given time. Only you can know. And can you be honest with yourself? Is this effort I'm making some arbitrary number that I'm going to reach, and somehow that's going to mean something significant to my existence? Or is it arrogance? I would propose that it takes a good deal of strength not to do anything. Right now, in this moment, we've reached the end of our time today. You can bring yourself back from Shavasana in whatever way feels appropriate for you. A long stretch, rotations in the head and neck. You bring your knees to your chest, wherever feels good. Gently roll to one side. Whenever you're ready, bring yourself to an upright position. Thank you for joining me. As I'm sure you've probably guessed, my goal with these programs is not so much to go through a fitness routine as it is to encourage you to experience your body, experience how it works, experience where the limitations are. If we're going to push limitations, to be very mindful and intelligent and compassionate when we do something like that. And then to see how that carries out in our lives after we're finished. Thanks for joining me. I hope this was useful. I will be gone beginning next Monday through next Friday. So I will not be doing live sessions next Monday through Friday. I will be back next Saturday, and I will be here this afternoon at 12:15 for a strength sequence. And I will be here tomorrow at 7 a.m. for AM status hearing. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.